You know that feeling, right? You need to say no to someone, and it feels like a physical gut punch. Your stomach just drops, your heart starts racing, and you're hit with this wave of guilt and anxiety. It's so much more intense than just being a little awkward. So what is going on here? Why does saying one simple two-letter word feel like you're literally putting yourself in harm's way? Well, it turns out that's almost exactly what your brain thinks is happening. Okay, let's just get right into it. Most of us think people-pleasing is just, a personality trait, that we're just trying to be nice or considerate. But the neurological reality, it's way, way deeper than that. We're talking about a primal survival script, a program hardwired into your brain that basically screams disagreement equals danger. So let's get one thing crystal clear right now. If you struggle with this, you are not weak, you are not broken. Your nervous system is just running on some outdated software, that's all. And in this explainer, we're going to dig into the science of how to fix this biological glitch for good. First things first, we need to understand what's actually firing off inside your skull. Let's take a look at the science behind why social rejection literally, physically hurts. Let's zoom in on one specific part of your brain. It's called the anterior cingulate cortex, or ACC. Now, this area lights up like a Christmas tree whenever you feel like someone's judging you or you're about to disappoint them. And here's the absolute kicker. It uses the exact same neural pathways that process physical pain. Just let that sink in for a second. To your brain, the sting of someone being unhappy with you feels pretty much the same as, say, stubbing your toe. No joke. This isn't you being dramatic or too sensitive. This is your biology. And understanding this is the aha moment that changes everything. So this sets off a whole chain reaction, right? The ACC fires up, your stress hormone cortisol spikes, and what do? You start over-explaining. That long, rambling story you tell isn't you being polite. It's a panicked, subconscious attempt to neutralize the social threat and protect your standing in the tribe. But here's the thing. You can't logic your way out of this feeling, because you're literally arguing with a survival instinct. The only way to fix it is to go deeper. It's time to stop fighting the symptoms and start rewriting your brain's basic operating system with a few simple tweaks. So, our first tweak is all about one thing: slowing down. We call it the delay tactic, and it's all about training your brain to give a thoughtful response, not just a knee-jerk reaction. I mean, think about it. When someone asks you for something and you feel that pressure mounting, that desperate urge to answer right away, that's not efficiency. That's anxiety in disguise. Your brain is just scrambling to make the uncomfortable feeling stop. But truly confident people, they do something completely different. And the process is so simple. Instead of blurting out an instant yes or a panicked, rambling no, you just create a little bit of space. You literally pause, you take a breath, you use a neutral placeholder phrase, and you promise to respond later, once you're out of that high-pressure hot seat. Here it is. This is your go-to tool. Something as simple as, let me check my schedule and get back to you. It's magic. It sounds calm, it sounds professional, and most importantly, it buys you those crucial few seconds or minutes that your nervous system needs to cool down. And the effect this has on your brain is huge. By putting that tiny pause between their request and your response, you're sending a powerful signal of executive control to your brain. It starts to learn that you are in charge, not the anxiety of the moment. And that, right there, dramatically lowers your stress. Okay, so that leads us right into our second tweak. Once you've created that delay for yourself, it's time to change how you actually deliver the answer. This is where we master the art of the clean no. We all know the old way, right? A mountain of excuses, a ton of apologies, this whole long story. And the subconscious message you're sending is, please, please don't be mad at me. The clean no is the exact opposite. It's a direct, neutral statement with absolutely zero fluff. So what are the rules? It's simple. First, you state your boundary neutrally. Not angry, not defensive, just factual. Second, and this is the big one, you cut the over-explaining. Stop it. You don't need to apologize for respecting yourself. And finally, you just hold the silence after you speak. Let it sit there. You see, every extra word you add to justify your no actually teaches your brain that the no itself isn't good enough. To stop feeling that guilt, you have to start trusting that your words are enough. And that trust, well, that's where real authority comes from. And it's the key to our final step. And that brings us to the last and honestly the most important tweak of all, the identity shift. This isn't just about the words you say, it's about who you fundamentally decide to be. It's about shifting from being a pleaser to being someone who is psychologically anchored and stable. Here's a truth you have to internalize. You have to get it deep in your bones. Every time you set a boundary, it's going to create a little bit of friction. But that friction is not a sign that you did something wrong. It's just a sign that a boundary is now in place where there wasn't one before. So your new mindset looks like this. You learn to sit with tiny moments of disapproval without panicking. You stop rushing in to fix their discomfort. You completely decouple your sense of self-worth from how they react. And you teach your nervous system on a deep level that you are perfectly safe even if they're a little annoyed for a minute. The whole goal here is to stop chasing their approval and to stop leaking that frantic, please like me urgency. When you can do that, you become anchored in yourself, not in their perception of you. Because ultimately, here's what it all comes down to. Saying no without guilt, it isn't about being cold or mean or dominant. The secret is simply about having nervous system stability when you feel like you're being evaluated. It's the quiet confidence of knowing your value is not up for debate. You are absolutely allowed to protect your time and your energy without having to write a 5-paragraph essay explaining why. And when you really master these tweaks, you step into what people call that calm main character energy. You're regulated, you're confident, and you're centered in yourself. So as we wrap this up, I'm going to leave you with one final question to really think about. Using these new tools, what is one boundary, even a small one, that you are going to protect for yourself this week?